Welcome to the R&R podcast, where we bring you risk and rewards. This is Trey Patterson, and I'm actually going to
Trey Patterson.
Shut up.
That nigga all words is trash.
Anyway, my co-host Chavez Leguerriere.
Leguerriere.
This nigga.
That's payback. And Rolio Johnson.
This nigga. What? Rolio Johnson.
My nigga
Rolio Johnson.
He sound like an anime character. Yo, I'm gonna apologize. I'm a little stuffy.
Nigga, we all apologize.
Fucking cheese it's up, man. That's what I'm doing today. Give us a spot.
Stop
You gonna be
smacking it,
smacking
goddamn.
your
Nigga, you better swallow that shit.
Hey yo, look.
Got water.
Anyway, we said that we would have a special guest for you guys. We lied.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga is about being on time. We couldn't be on time.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The special thing is gonna happen another time. But let's get into these topics. The first thing is and I'm gonna start off with Roland.
Ooh, yay.
How do we feel about arena fighters? So, in other words, the Naruto fighting system.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
The Naruto fighting system.
Can I have it in a sentence?
How do you feel about the Naruto fighting system in fighting games?
Okay. So, if you haven't watched the previous stuff, I get to finally vent how I feel about the Naruto system. It was or the arena fighting system. I don't mind arena fighting systems. I think that those are awesome. I love arena fighting systems. However, I think that there should be a diversity or diverse team or crew or game developers that work on it instead of just Namco Bandai, because all they do is just copy and paste with and they say, hey, it's JoJo Bizarre Adventure. Yep. Hey, it's J-Star Victory. Hey, it's this. Hey, it's that. And that makes me mad because I'm tired.
Hold up. Y'all forgot about the little counter system they added.
Oh, no, I'm about to get onto that. So earlier, when I fucked with the Naruto fighting system, it was back when it was Ninja Storm 2, which used chakra that you build up for, using your YB or Y or triangle circle, whatever it is, or whatever commands you run. And they sit there and they charge up based off of combos on top of it. And then when you start getting fucked up, like, you're like, oh shit, let me get out of this. Bam, substitution, use my chakra, which makes sense, by the way, because that's what the motherfucking anime and manga do. But hey, that's just me. So when they were doing that, it was beautiful. Love the game. Shit. Sit there, bam, charge up. I know I got a whole bar, either for my special or for my chakra to use for substitutions. But then they decided, you know what would be kind of cool? If we fucking get rid of the chakra system for substitutions and add a yellow bar. Yeah. And on the yellow bar, there's only 4 times you can do it. Yeah. Just to limit the motherfucker. It shows, quote unquote, skill. It shows skill. There's nothing skillful. Oh man, I'm about to get. There's nothing skillful about hitting triangle X constantly until you run out your goddamn substitutions.
This nigga remember the button.
I remember. Right? You hit triangle X or Y.
That's like the rush up.
That's the rush. That's the rush. Niggas would rush you to make you use up all your shit, and then they hit you with this super omega combo that takes over half your motherfucking health, if not damn near your whole health. Yep. Nigga, oh my god, bro. Like, I think that they need to revamp their system. I think it's time for a change. It's been the same system for how many years now, for not just the Naruto, but for J-Star. They sit there and add a 3D destructible environment. I'm sick of it. I need something new because people figured this out.
I agree.
And it's been just ridiculous. Nigga, Chavez, you get it. Because I got too much hostility today.
I mean, I'll say this much. Look, I mean, for me, for the anadweebs out there, they like that shit just because they get to see their favorite game on the screen. But I get what you're saying.
I even think that the fans are starting to not like it as much.
I mean, it only took 10 years.
You gotta
10 years later.
It only took 10 years. I mean, because you gotta think that system came out in 2008 with the first Ninja Storm, which, by the way, probably one of the most underrated.
That one was way better.
It was the best. It was probably
it was
one of
their
the
first
best.
experimental thing. You could fight on the walls.
You can fight on the walls. You can run across the water. There was a lot of dope shit that happened in there. And the thing was, you wasn't getting a lot of like full-fledged games like that at the time. You know what I mean? Well, at least that followed an anime story and did it well. And it was dope. Like, honestly, I like the arena fighters. I don't care for like you said, the rush system. The rush system is trash because after a while, it's like, what I would do is the people who rushed. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I mean, anybody who has a cinematic special, you basically beat everybody. Like somebody.
Yeah, I was fucking niggas up with what's the no, not Obito. It was Kiba.
Oh,
Niggas
yeah.
was getting served with Kiba. Wolfang Fist? Like,
Yamcha.
just every time.
Kiba and Yamcha the same person.
Yeah,
So, I
same
mean,
Oh, my bad. I'm exhausted. You right. Fang over Fang. My bad. You right. You right.
Fang Fist, Fang or Fang. Ironic.
No. Kiba actually did something useful compared to Yamcha. That nigga Yamcha had his glow up in Dragon Ball. That's it. But no, you right. Go ahead.
But I'm gonna say this, like on the aspect of like how arena fighters work is okay. We run across the stage. Oh, we run in circles. Oh, I found you. Time to go after you. Hold up. Oh, special. Nope. Substitution. Okay, let me wait.
Yeah, niggas put traps down.
It's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. And I mean, I had too many people who told me they was nice at it, and because I play actual fighters, we trash them. So I mean, I don't know. There's no challenge in those type of games. I mean, hopefully with My Hero Academia, didn't it come out already?
No, but if it did, as a Naruto system,
I know it's a Naruto system. Hopefully,
I don't think it's
hopefully
gonna do that well because of that.
I ain't gonna hold you though.
No, it's gonna do great because niggas is just gonna keep buying it. It's like Call of Duty. Niggas gonna eat it up.
I think Shonen Jump is gonna be dope.
Well, I came into this podcast prepared. Are you guys know Seven Deadly Sins? It's a massively watched, loved anime series.
Until Netflix got a hold of it and they keep bullshitting.
That too.
New season comes out this month.
Nice.
Anyway, they have a game out.
They
Naruto
do.
fighting system.
They do.
The fan base trashed it because of that. Same thing with this.
What was the sales though? What was the sales though?
I didn't look at the sales. We just know that
Because niggas complain about it, don't mean that they're not gonna buy it.
We
I complain about Madden.
I mean, we can pull it up.
I complain about Madden every fucking year, and yet I still buy it. Is it because I hate myself? Yes. Is it because that's my only football game option that I got? Yes. Is it because I'm a nigga? Yes. So it's just a lot of options, but I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be like outselling, but I'm pretty sure the sales must be good enough for them to be like, hey, let's do this. But hey, I could be wrong. I could be salty. I'm known for that.
It looks like IGN didn't even rate it yet.
Yeah, IGN don't rate shit.
Other things are giving it half stars.
What's on Wikipedia with
If you don't give IGN a paycheck, they ain't rated.
Why he keeps discussing? I'm gonna
anyway, but I feel like what they're doing is people will buy it because of the anime. They're not but when some hardcore fans, they're like, oh, this Namco Bandai just slapping on with the arena fighting system. We don't want it, And they've been doing it for a while. Like they helped Nintendo with Pokken. People bought it because of the property. People are like, it's Pokemon, it's a fighter. We never had this. Let's buy it, And that's keeping the trend alive. Like people are they're buying it. Like me, I bought the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure one because of that. Like I was just like, oh man,
this nigga wanted to play this game all the fucking time. It's the only time I seen this nigga want to play a game with me.
Because it was like I'm so in a rap with the anime and they don't have a game for it, so I'm gonna get the game. And they do it with every property that people really love. And, I think that the system is flawed. Now, Chavez said that it started with Ninja Storm, and I agree with you, but it evolved from Budokai Tenkaichi.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, that was an Atari. They probably bought it from Atari.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, it was a system that was, because with Tenkaichi was something different. Not a lot of people liked it because it was coming off of Budokai, but they just kept.
I love Tenkaichi.
Oh, I did too. I loved it.
Tenkaichi. First off, they gave me Janemba. You couldn't tell me nothing else. Once Janemba showed up with his little angry ass, I was happy.
I loved it too, but say that to a lot of fans who are, you're in a room with a bunch of people who love Budokai. They're like, oh, Tenkaichi 3 is a classic to a lot of people, but a lot of people, they prefer Budokai.
First off, people respected Tenkaichi, especially when fucking Full Burst came out. Or no, full fucking burst.
What are you thinking of?
No, it's called a burst limit.
Burst limit was going back to like the side thing.
Yeah, it went back to it, and then when you tried to play that,
people didn't really like it as much because they came off.
People appreciated it. You know, they don't appreciate your old shit until you drop your new shit.
I feel like
Logic.
I feel the Logic plug. I feel like that people should, appreciate the arena fighting system the way it is, but come up with new inventive ways. Like stop Namco Bandai from destroying this genre. Because if we think of Power Stone
that actually
was
is the original fucking
arena fighter. The
Yeah.
original arena fighter
without a charge.
But if properties can go back to being more inventive with arena fighters and not just the simple slap insert anime here into the arena fighter or Naruto fighting system.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm gonna say this.
What you gonna say?
I know we're saying like we want them to be more innovative, right?
Uh-huh.
But in an age of time where people don't play fighting games, like let's be real. There's a small group of us who really enjoy fighting games. Like there's people around the world who are like, oh man, like niggas. We be like, oh shit, nigga.
I mean, that's the only way we can express our inner hoodness without like
really killing
shit.
Somebody. But
yeah, essentially,
it still happens.
I mean, you still talk shit,
and you be like, oh shit, nigga, Mortal Kombat. Like, oh shit, nigga, Street Fighter. Those are your three top tier dogs, right?
Yeah.
But then.
Is Street Fighter really top tier dog nowadays? I mean, for real.
Yeah, no, it's still recognized. I mean, it was trash, but like it's trash amongst the fighting community because we know what we had. You know what I mean? But to somebody who doesn't play video games like that, it's still considered the top dog because everybody will still buy it. Like somebody from the '90s, or early '90s or whatever who grew up with it, they're gonna be like, "Yo, I gotta get that." But like I said, like I know you're like you want people to be
nigga playing footsies under this.
No,
that nigga was like, I was like, wait a minute.
I know, I was trying to man spread.
Man spread your toes on his. That's what you was trying to do.
Nigga thought I wasn't bread. This nigga telling.
Yeah, this nigga he doing the stand the arena joint under the table.
Rush.
It's the rush to your foot.
Oh man.
But no, but yeah, like. For instance, like you were saying, like, oh, I want them to be more innovative. Why be innovative when I can just give you characters that you want? Just like you said, I'm invested in the JoJo Bizarre Adventure. There was only like one game for it, and that was on Dreamcast. Mm-hmm. So now you're like, oh, there's something new. So at the end of the day, if I know your ass is going to buy it, like look at the One Piece,
okay,
all
so
that stuff.
This is something. So yeah, they did One Piece.
It's fucked up. It's not right. But
well, no. So to your point, so. They did the old Capcom did JoJo's back in the day where it was a 2D fighter like Street Fighter.
Uh-huh.
Then they brought it back on PS3 as the same thing as it's a 2.5D fighter. That did amazing over here in the States and over there in Japan. So why are you going to flip the formula for that property into the Naruto fighting system? And this one did the worst compared to the other two.
Because they don't own it. It was a okay, I'll let you remaster your game, get your profit, but I'm not going to give it back to you. First off, if a company owns some, I mean, we've seen this with Marvel and Sony and Fox and all that type of shit. If I own the rights to these characters and I know I can make my money, I'm going to do my best to hold on to that shit and drain every dollar. Like I'm not saying like I was telling you guys before, Namco Bandai is like the fucking Disney World in the video game industry. I was telling y'all because they hold the fucking rights to so many of the things that we held dear in our childhood, anime related. So I'm gonna do my best to drain it for every dollar because you guys are grown now. You guys can afford. You guys have decent jobs because you guys believe in teamwork. You know what I'm saying? So you climb that ladder, and we're gonna take your money. And then as soon as it gets old, then they'll give the fucking property away. And that's honestly what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I want innovative like Power Stone. Power Stone was probably one of the most innovative like fighting games that era. Well, 1996 until like 2000 and 2002, 2003. I'm sorry, SNK versus Capcom, shit like that. 1996 to 2003 was the golden era for like these fighting games for real. I mean, silver, gold. I don't know. I would consider it the gold era in my opinion. A lot of people would say the early 90s was the gold era, but my thing is this, That's when innovation was at its highest with the fighting games. Now, you get a system that works. You know what I'm saying? It's rare when you find games like the new DBZ that came out, that fighters Dragon Ball Fighters, that's rare, and the only reason that it got that type of innovativeness is because
it's different.
It's different. It's because Arc Software is behind it, and because Arc is behind it, all they shit is innovative. They always do
here's a funny thing about that you brought up. Arc System works.
I better laugh.
What do you say?
I better laugh.
Oh. No, it's not funny. No.
Roll it.
Sorry, laugh. You win.
Roll it over here like Sporty. I better laugh.
So, Arc System works. They see over at Namco Bandai what works, and they're like, okay, like this Naruto fighting system. They made a lot off of Naruto because that was different. So you know what they're doing?
What they're doing?
Kill on the Naruto fighting system.
No.
Yep.
Well, actually,
this was brought up a couple episodes ago.
Wait, what's that bar underneath their health? It better not be a motherfucking dash or B button. it better not be that. I'll tell you what.
I see what's working. Like they see it works well with Naruto, and they know that Naruto is a good thing. So then they're like, hey, we can do that, but let's add our twist to it. So it might be different, but still, like with me and a lot of other people, like arena fighters put a bad taste in my mouth because when I'm coming from the world of I kind of want to fight, I want it to be skillful. An arena fighter, all you have to do is have priority, like know what's going to go through what, and spam
and
spam, and that's it. Like in a fighting game, like you could spam, but after a while you could still at least hit the other person if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
One of these, if you're playing a distance character and they're just spamming you.
Oh, you mean like Deidre?
Throwing out,
whatever his name is? Diadera? Dia Boo Boo? Bapagugi? I know you're talking about the nigga with the clay.
Yeah,
that nigga was fucking
or
people
throwing
up.
out, or throwing out like supports and stuff, and like where people can't even get close to you. To me, that's a problem. Like,
you know what? It sounds like you just fixed the problem. No sports, done. 1v1 bro. Fuck that support shit.
Actually, no. Even all the other games have support. You know what though? You know what's trash about this? What's super trash about the whole arena thing?
All right, what's super trash?
It was a really good system for what it was in the first 4 years.
It got abused, man. It's like Assassin's Creed.
They got abused, yeah, man.
It's because they didn't want to do nothing fresh. See, here's the thing. Even though, and I know I'm going a little tiny tangent, even though I bash Madden every fucking year, it takes at least 3 to 4 months for somebody to figure out what the fuck to do. I mean, they're going to get their little insights over this, but it takes 3 to 4 months to really sit there and be like, I know all the exploits in the game. I got this. This system has not been updated for probably several years. These niggas figured out what to do, and then they sit there and throw another one at us that's now teamwork based. And it's the same exact shit. Triangle X, bitch.
You know what's crazy? What's crazy about that? I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed in us. I would say this. I'm gonna say us because
I love myself. What are you talking about? I also hate myself. But you right?
I'm disappointed in us on the aspect that we considered grabbing the Shinobi Strike game, the Naruto Shinobi Strike, where it's like you got a teammate.
But that's different.
It was different.
You are your support.
Yeah, right. But the only thing was that I'm like, we still going back to this arena fighter, but it's only because it's the slight difference. But that's what they're going to do think about it. We see how excited we got because it was a slight difference. It was like, hold up, nigga.
I still think that stigma
because niggas can carry.
Because did we pick it up?
Because
did we pick it up?
We didn't
pick it up.
We
were like, hey.
Well, actually, it was because of money. There was a lot.
No,
of
actually,
I wasn't interested in it because I'm just like, I'm sick of this thing.
Mine was because of money. I
got a boycott going on, man. I love
too many games coming
out. If Namco Bandai want my money, you better make motherfucking Bloodborne too. And even then, that's not really y'all, niggas.
That's actually coming, I think.
I'm gonna say, well, that's the only way to get my money now because
it was the same thing with Pokken for me. Like, I got it when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, this
Pokken was trash, bro."
But then after a while, you play it, and you're just like,
"That shit was trash." It was so complicated, nigga. It was just like, bro, listen, why can't you just, you know what? Y'all niggas want to steal a system, still Tekken, bitch. Every limb of motherfucking button.
I'm gonna say this.
That shit was trash.
Pokken stressed me out on the simple fact of it looked like, all right, when we finally got it, that first week was immaculate because you were just excited.
That was the buyer's
to have
high.
It. Yeah, it was the buyer's high. And then I realized that once somebody used Machamp,
I don't think it was, to me
Machamp
it was
and Blaziken. What was the point of playing?
To me, it was the fact of they took the Naruto fighting system and then they divided it into two different things where it's like far away mode where you shoot like all your attacks, your special attacks, and then there was close up mode where you're fighting. And
My thing
it was
is-
hard to
My
differentiate
thing
which
is,
mode
give them
you
their
were in.
most popular. Give them their most popular fucking moves. Make it like Pokemon,
Bro, how hard is it
Pokemon
to not
Stadium in a
penalize
circle.
spamming?
Like, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, you don't have to do. You have to do the different modes. Just let them get that shit in with their like how Spiders is. I'm not. It's not like Ultimate Battle 22 back in the day where like people didn't understand how to differentiate. Like you should have learned from that lesson. Like other fighting games, in Ultimate Battle 22 or I forgot one of the other DBZ games from like PS1 era.
Final bout.
No, Final Bout didn't have that system. Final Bout that was the first system that it was trash, but like it was the first system that was like everything was together.
Yeah.
Ultimate Battle 22, and there was another one where like, you would sit there and it's like, oh, we got like a distance, right? It was also SNES. It was on SNES. Oh, I got a distance. Oh, beam game. Oh, we close. The screens together.
Yep.
Trash.
Yep.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Put
Yep.
that shit in a fucking circle, or you could make it fucking flat. Whatever you want to do.
Telling you,
And
man, do
2D,
the Power
3D.
Stone thing. I would love that. Like,
Because my thing is that, yo, if I'm using Haunter and I can be like in the middle of a combo, if I get like a nice long string on or something like that, or Gengar, whatever, I fucking like put your ass to sleep, but it's very temporary. It's like woo, and then I have to put in the combination for Dream Eater or whatever the case is. That's oh shit. That's hot. Like I was getting
Hey, getting real excited right now.
you get real giddy.
I punched my own. Dream Eater. Wow. But no, like I want to be hyped for some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like putting the combination like Persona. Persona's a great fucking like. You know what Persona was? Pokemon trainers with their Pokemon. That's what it was. They came out their back. They was like, aha, and then they come up, help you with a combo, and then you come back in. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It was fire. Like you don't have to do like the whole fucking. Oh, shoot you from a distance. Oh, we up close. Only can do hand-to-hand combat. Up, back up. Oh.
I'm
Pokemon
telling
ain't doing
you,
that.
the minute
Pokemon
that-
use Fire Beam right in your fucking face. Like,
But see, that's their way of being inventive with that system. Is
Right.
like, hey, we're gonna just try these little tweaks instead of, hey, let's just like
Do a
try
mass
something
overhaul.
completely exactly. Because honestly, we're being drained. Like no one picked up the Seven Deadly Sins game. The One Piece game that it was called Burning Blood.
Yeah, I remember
did
talking
terrible because it's the same system. People
I
are
love
sick
it.
of it. You know,
that game was on sale in the PSN
50
store
like
for,
a month after it
month
came
after it came
out.
out for $23.99. That's the problem.
And people are like, "Yo, we're tired of the Naruto fighting system. Like, we don't want this.
We don't
Like,
fuck with it no more. Like,
it was good for its time. Like, but
Fuck with it no more.
it was good for its time. But we need something different. The only game that I will say that did really well with that system is Gundam Versus.
Yes.
That's the only game.
never played. Don't have an opinion.
Gundam Versus takes skill. You can't.
does.
It's not just I'm charging, nigga. I remember we thought it was the Naruto system. I'll never forget this. Me and you got online.
It is, but it's more shit to it. It's more technical.
That motherfucker. I'll never forget. He beat my ass and threw me into you. And then his homie showed up and beat your ass from the back.
Whoa, pause.
It was Gundam Versus, dog. It was robots involved.
Nah, but please, we're tired of this system. We need something different. Try like doing an overhaul. You know, like we're tired of fighting in the same arenas. Bring back like a Power Stone feel. So the closest thing.
But you know what? They can't bring it back because they never had it.
No. So they did have it with One Piece. When One Piece was on GameCube and PS2,
okay.
that was like a Power Stone-ish type of arena fighter.
Yeah, I do want that. If there was another fighting game to come out that has that energy, I mean, granted, I know they would probably, I know Namco Bandai would throw out there and be like, well, we have Soul Calibur, which I'm going to buy. I don't give a fuck about what nobody say. I told you, Namco Bandai is the Disney. Like as much as we don't want to support it sometimes, they be like, I got your childhood hostage, nigga.
I don't play Soul Calibur like that.
Hey, you might try it.
No, I'm gonna play it because he gonna buy it.
Is he gonna buy it?
He gonna buy it. But
telling you,
yeah,
like,
you're
I
right.
don't know. We'll see. I might try to get my girl to get it.
Well,
Oh, shit.
Okay,
That
fair
mean
enough.
that's a
I'll let
physical
you know,
copy.
though.
no,
I'll
no.
let
If
you
you
know.
do that, it is. I'm no harm.
let you
I don't really.
I'm saving money this
I
month.
don't really. I really don't fuck
I
with Soul
paid for
Calibur
J.
like that too
Cole.
much.
He's getting the game for me.
I remember. Hey, remember the last time Trey got a Soul Calibur game?
On to the next topic.
That shit was great.
Oh my god.
Bang.
Anyway,
I ain't gonna hold you. Hold up. I had your back every time he get knocked out of the runnings or anything. Like in Street Fighter when it happened, when he lost the blades, I was like, Kakarot. I came in there like Vegeta.
Oh, my God.
Soul Calibur, that nigga cheated. I found that nigga in that New York lobby. fucked his ass up. Then
That
I sent
ass
him
my guy.
That ass my guy. Then I sent him some old fuck shit.
You sent him some Tims.
Like, nah, man.
Sent him some bloody.
But that's the
Timbs.
damn shame Pokemon out here doing that though. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm tired of the Naruto system. But like we were talking about Pokken. The next thing I wanted to talk about was how do you guys feel about how did Pokemon like age? You know, how do we feel about the property Pokemon and the brand, and you know how far it's came over the years, and you know, like
We can start from the beginning with that.
yeah, we can, like, you know, from
beginning of time.
our childhood to the next generation, like how do we feel about
Nigga, this ain't
Pokemon?
Star Trek. The next generation.
Let's start off with
Oh my
Chavez on this.
I think I want to talk about Pokemon. My brand. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, let's start from the humble beginnings.
Yeah. I mean, let's
Let's talk about the humble beginnings. Hey,
Damn.
look, listen. Woo. It's like, nah. So let's talk about the humble beginnings, man. The humble beginnings of that game.
and this
definitely.
isn't just the game; it could be
Well,
like across everything. Yeah,
everything.
just you know, just letting you know.
Just the love of it. Like when it came out, man, it definitely it was a wave. Definitely a wave. Like I mean, looking back at Pokken Tournament all the way up to, looking at Pokken
please,
Tournament all the
let's
way
bring
back.
it
You know what I'm saying? Like that. By the time Pokken Tournament happened, like I was displeased. But like,
Damn, it took you that long?
I was just.
I was no, I mean there was, but you know what? It's that hopeful like. Pokemon is like an abusive relationship. Like it started off really good and then it started getting bad, but I kept trying
Pokemon's
to come
that
back.
X that just keep coming back.
Like it's like I never learned my lesson. I'm like I'm almost 30.
We gonna leave that hole alone. I can't.
I'm almost 30. Pikachu. But like nah, like I can honestly say, like Red and Blue, Yellow obviously the next year. That after it came out, I was in love. I was in love with the idea. First off, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like a lot of people, it was our first RPG. Like it was our first RPG. I think that a lot of people.
Our first RPG.
Yeah, like I think that was like the first RPG. Like I think young kids actually took seriously, and it was hard. Like it wasn't like I go in here. You knew what Pokemon you wanted because of the show. But like it made you like investigate. You wanted to know more. Like if something different happened on the show and you couldn't see that in the game, you got mad at the show. You like, why you lying? Like
Prime example. I had Pokemon Yellow. So you obviously know who the first gym leader is.
Yeah,
Brock.
they screwed y'all over on
So
that one.
so I'm thinking like, all right, bet. Now obviously keep in mind, my niggas, like I was 5, and I'm watching the anime. So I'm thinking in my head, electric type. 12 hours of work, bitch. Like,
electric
chop.
He got a hit more.
I know.
So use electric punch. Nah, nigga, electric chop. Electric chop. Anyway, so I'm thinking electric types work against rock types, which eventually it does. Isn't it eventually
that's
it does?
a weird
It's just,
thing.
but
That's a
ground
weird
types
thing.
it doesn't work. But then they didn't have ground types back then. They had rock. So
No, they had ground
No,
types.
they-
They did. It's just that I
Sand
think
Sledge.
it's just that
really,
Geodude,
shit, they definitely did.
You know, it did. But in that game,
That game was broken.
It was. They didn't let Geodude and Onyx be a rock ground.
It was
They
bullshit.
let
That game bullshitted me. And long story short, them niggas robbed me. I used Thundershock. That shit said not effective at all. I was mad. I got stomped until I got to level 20. Everybody else was like, oh, get a Butterfree. Fuck you, Butterfree, nigga. Obviously, at the time, the niggas were missing teeth, so that's how they sound like. Butterfree. Fuck
Butterfree, nigga.
Fuck a Butterfree, nigga. So I was like, I'm going to grab me. I worked my Pikachu up to level 20. Where he learned Slam, and I slammed all those bitches
Yo, I
to
did
the
the
ground.
same fucking thing, yo. I did. You know what's crazy? Like, as
Nigga,
a,
that Misty was nothing when I ran that bitch.
No,
again.
see, I was.
They didn't rob. No, actually, no. This was truthful. They actually made it where Pikachu didn't evolve as Raichu for the Thunderstone in Yellow. To keep it. That's the one. I was like, how you gonna sit there and lie to me about the motherfucking Onyx, but y'all gonna sit here and tell the truth about this nigga I wanted to. Get the fuck out my face, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. I actually, when I was playing that, I thought that like in the show, I was gonna hit a sprinkler. I was like, oh shit, it's just like the show. If I show a Pikachu at the Thundershock, a sprinkler gonna go off and he gonna die. No,
Was that Charmander?
no. That was the Brock. That was the
Yeah,
Brock.
Pikachu
joint.
hit the joint
Yeah.
and cheated.
Yeah, he cheated. Like basically,
Oh,
Brock.
so I should have did that.
That's what I thought.
Got you. I should have did that. That makes sense.
He in the battle. Where the sprinkler?
Because I was thinking about, I'm like, oh shit.
Then I thought the nigga was gonna follow me afterwards. He didn't. Yo, bro. I was ill.
That game wide.
Now, see, I was pussy. I chose Squirtle in the beginning because I knew. I was
yeah,
like,
blue.
oh yeah, I knew. Yeah, I didn't have yellow.
I had all three. I was spoiled. I got spoiled.
That nigga real challenge was with the fucking fifth gym leader. Or fourth
Even
gym
by
leader.
then, I
No,
was
fourth
alright.
gym leader. The fourth gym leader was your
Third.
real challenge.
No,
Third.
third. By the time I got
Erica's
to
fourth.
No, I was saying fourth. Third? Who was third?
Oh,
Lieutenant
Lieutenant
Surge,
Surge.
yeah,
But no,
you're
but
right.
even then, you could cheat because the Diglett was right there. You could just go to
Hold
Diglett
up. I want to say this.
grab
Let's
a
talk
ground
about
type.
like the hardest gym leader in the game, hands fucking down, was fucking Mr. The nigga in Fuchsia City. What's that nigga?
Oh, Koga.
Koga. That motherfucker was hard.
No, I
wasn't
blasted
hard for
past
me.
him.
I whooped
I blasted
his
past
ass.
him.
Yeah, that was
Koga.
all you, dog.
Well, maybe I'm thinking about how Leaf Green that they upgraded that nigga. Cause and Leaf Green that motherfucker whooped my ass. And
No,
No, it wasn't
I
that
beat him
hard
like
for
on
me.
a second, third try. It is the one who whooped my ass was motherfucking Giovanni. That nigga was busting my cheeks, bro.
ran through Giovanni.
That nigga was like, here's Persian. All right, well, fuck you, Persian, nigga. Nido King. Oh my God. Nigga take out my whole team. All right, I just got rid of him.
all
Nido
Nido-
Queen. Nigga, what? Right down. Oh my God.
Nido King and Nido Queen.
I mean, I didn't have a
Nido
water
Queen-
type.
Nido
My water
Queen
type was too fucking weak.
Nido Queen was like. When
I
you
mean, I
hit
did have a
her-
water type. It was
when you
it
hit
was
Nido
Blastoise,
Queen,
but he was like
you at least
35.
see,
I didn't know how to
the health go
balance.
down when you hit Nido Queen, but it would do that slow shit, and you ain't know if you was about to get it right.
And then nigga hit with your earthquake.
Yo, but then Nido King show up. You was like, I'm about to fuck you up. Bam. Oh, never mind.
I was wrong.
Horn attack. Bow. Not again. Bow. Stop. Bow. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. You know,
We gotta keep it down a little bit because you got Indian
No,
neighbors.
just a little bit. Yeah, neighbors, they made a complaint yesterday. I got a call today, and they was just like, yeah, like, we heard that you was loud. I'm like, what am I doing?
that's
Having
what's
fun,
sad,
living your life.
Yeah,
I'm like,
but,
nigga,
you
nobody
know,
told y'all to have kids, be weird.
they don't even got kids. They over there lonely.
They just being weird and shit. They just want to complain. I wish that motherfucking neighbor would complain about me. I'll step to you in a minute. Listen, you got problems? Stop going behind my back, bitch. It's like, no.
He
No,
lied
but,
like shit.
I'm just mad and cranky today.
Nah, the easiest person was Blaine. I whooped that nigga ass.
Yeah, because the nigga on
He had
fire.
exactly. He had like a Rapidash. I was like,
Yeah, Rapidash or Magmore.
just whooped
But
him.
nah, man, like, so obviously we were dropping off of his kid on personal
Yeah.
experience.
Well,
but
I mean-
back to how you feel about Pokemon in general.
Yeah. About the first was great. We loved it. Like, you know, and then going on to like Silver and Gold. Like, how do we feel about that? To me, that's the best Pokemon.
Did
game
you know there's actually
ever.
the least installments of Pokemon, new Pokemon added in all the Pokemon
Was that
gens?
one? Yeah.
It's only 100 additional ones.
Because all
compared
they
to
did was
everything
add
else.
they added the babies and then some of the people that we already knew. Like it was like Meryl and like Don Fan or something
Snubbull.
like they added some of the ones that they showed off, but it wasn't that many. It was evolutions basically. We didn't really get that many new ones.
I'm gonna be honest with you though. That particular the reason why that was the best game and
It got pushed back.
it was that that and the simple fact that Pokemon wasn't a company yet. It wasn't a company yet. Like they didn't have like their own. Like they were just an IP.
Yeah.
And they thought that it was going to go down with fads, just like everything else.
Yeah, I did hear
back
about
in the
that
day.
too.
So
yeah.
the reason
They didn't
because
know. They thought that one was gonna be like it.
Yeah, they thought that was going to be over. That's why they did that. And then when
It's like, oh, you.
but that's
like
why
this.
everybody that was born in the '90s who played Pokemon, your favorite game 9 out of 10 is usually Silver. You know what I'm Silver and Gold because it was iconic. Like you did not only you felt like you was truly Ash. Like I mean, even though you weren't playing as Ash, like you went back. You know what I'm saying? You went back to those places and things were different. You know what I mean? You got to see how things had changed from Johto.
You know, so someone made a good argument to me, and you know, like I know that we're all blinded by nostalgia. It's true. Like that, like even with me saying this statement that I didn't think was true, but I could see it. Someone said that the level balancing was off in that game, and to an extent, like looking back, I can say I can agree, but I think that they did that because you can go back to the old towns. So if you think the Pokemon League in that game, they was in their 40s. And every gym leader, they was only going up by like 2 or 3 levels.
But I am going to say this though. I am going to say this. They also tweaked it to where certain Pokemon. I think this was the game that did it. Maybe the first one did it, but this is the game that certain Pokemon's experience points, I think the only Pokemon that had it in the first game was Dratini's, where their experience based in order to get to the final form was super long, right?
No, that was in the first one.
That was in the first one,
But
yeah.
it was because Dratini was only like dragon.
But that's
so
what I'm saying. That was
only,
like the only one. In this game, they differentiated that amongst all the Pokemon.
Yeah, like
so
bugs would grow super fast.
Yeah, like I think the fastest growing. I think one of the fastest growing other than bugs was fucking Mary. He was the fastest. He was like one of the fastest growing other Pokemon outside of a bug, because you had a Flaffy in like
What, 35?
16.
No, 16.
16, but
Oh,
Thinking
Flappy, I'm
of,
thinking of Final Form.
yeah,
Afros.
the Afros. But the thing was, getting to Afros really wasn't that hard, because if you think about it, most people had Afros by like fourth town usually. Like if you was like actually training Mary from the beginning, you could get, because his experience was short. It wasn't like the other ones. Like,
Do you
Well,
think
when
it-
he meant,
okay,
like,
but
the-
wait, do you think it was based off of like the? I ain't gonna say based off of a complaint, but if you played the first one,
that shit, you had to grind.
the grinding you had to do in that game
There
was
wasn't enough
ridiculous
people to
because
fight.
Well, it's true.
it wasn't
Well,
enough.
well,
And
it's
by the
true.
time, even if you were a balanced person, or if you were selfish, because I was selfish, my Pikachu was the shit. I got him up to like a 62, 63 if I was selfish. And literally, you walk in and it's fucking Dogong in your fucking face at level 55. Starting
Yeah,
off.
I think-
And then the next one is like a 58. Then the next one is like 60.
Yeah.
Then it's like,
I
I,
think it
mean,
was like that,
literally,
but
you
I-
get fucking destroyed.
I think it was like that, but I also think it was because they added the old towns in there that they probably wasn't originally planning on doing. So they had to probably go back and tweak the levels. So like if you go back and look at the level cap of like say the 4th or the 5th gym leader, like one would be at like their highest Pokemon would be at like 28, and then the next one his highest is like 30.
I think
It was really tiny increments where like in Red and Blue, you fought a gym leader, you fought Brock, his guy was at like 10 or 12, and you fight Misty 20. Like, it was like, and then you think of the third dude, his shit was at like 25, almost 28 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was a higher thing. This one, people were only going up by 3. By the time you got up to the Pokemon League, their highest things was like 40, 50 or something like that.
yeah.
You go to the old towns, they all at 60. Everybody's at 60
No,
across
right,
the
like
board.
55.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, 55.
You go to Ash, he's like,
83,
nah, I'm
82.
way up there.
Yeah, he
So-
was on some shit.
I think it's strongest.
You
was
mean
like-
red, by the way, not Ash.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
red.
like
to me, he was Ash because but it was Red. No, who knew who Red was until we got older? Like everyone was like,
No one
that's
knew.
fucking
Everyone thought it was
exactly.
Ash.
Everyone was like,
thought
that's
it was
Ash.
Back in the day, I
But-
didn't know who the fuck red was.
When someone was like, "Yo, the level scaling was off," I was like, "No, you can't be right." And then I went back and thought about it. I was like, "Oh,
You right. Yeah, especially when you
crap.
played the.
Yeah, because you think you like that's why it was so hard.
You know what
So I
leveling
said it
system
was a
nailed it
challenge.
though? Emerald. Like the what the fuck was it? It was
Nature.
Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Yep.
I think they leveling system nailed it because
They
I
did.
think if I'm right,
They-
I may be fucking confused a little bit, but were they the ones that had it where you will go and fight everybody? You go to the Elite Four, you fight them, you make it. You're like, I'm feeling myself. Oh, let me go back, and them niggas level
Yep.
jump.
Yep.
Like
Emerald. That was
that.
Emerald.
I was like, now even though
Yeah,
I
they did that
personally
on that,
love my silver and gold, I think that Emerald
Silver and
nailed
Gold.
that shit
I don't know.
on the
Did
hammer.
Silver and Gold do that or no?
No,
So-
they
Oh,
didn't.
yeah, they did.
No, no, it was
Okay,
the same. It was the
okay,
same.
yeah,
You know,
so you went
their-
back and they were still at 40.
Their way.
Yeah, they were
Oh,
still
yeah, that was
like,
right.
Crystal,
yeah, right.
Crystal
it was.
Crystal introduced the battle tower or one of the battle towers. Or
I
something
hated
like
that because I couldn't level up.
Yeah, you couldn't level up. So the thing was that I will say this: the thing that Silver and Gold did do that Red and Blue couldn't do, which I respected, was simple fact of like as annoying as having a cell phone in that game was. You know, oh my god, look, my Weedle had he pooped yesterday, and
You Rat-a-tat?
I want you to
Top five
my
right?
Rat-a-tat, he chipped his tooth, but now he's feeling better. Call you later, buddy.
Yeah,
That's
that-
how
so that's
how how to curve niggas early.
That was one of the best things, exactly. Like, you know,
you
getting
could
a
go
phone
back and
call
fight.
back and
LOL.
go back and fight. But I think that that's what they did to kind of say, hey, you can train this way.
But them
Exactly.
niggas was weak. They didn't even increase. They were weak.
Some of them did.
Some of them did. but
Wow,
it took
2
a bit.
levels. Hey, fight my Rat-a-tat, nigga. I have Lugia. Stop.
But yeah, I mean, to me, that was one of the best games. And, you know, the one thing that I loved, and, I mean, this is going to be a spoiler, but who didn't, like, you know, figure this out, is they actually went back and confirmed who Silver was. Your rival.
Oh, Giovanni's son.
Yeah.
Now that's yeah. Wasn't that in the Fire Red Leaf Green?
No.
No, they went back in the Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and I think they cleared it up then.
Okay, because I know in Fire Red Leaf Green, wasn't it somebody
No,
that you
in
met that
regular-
was
in reg-
Giovanni's
no,
son?
In regular Silver and Gold, I think it was there. I think it was there.
How the fuck?
Silver
It
and
was... Okay,
Gold.
no.
No,
You said
no,
you
no,
know
no,
you
no,
said
no.
it was there, and you think it was there. It's either there or it's not there.
It
You
wasn't there. It wasn't
wasn't there?
Like, it was an underlining tone that only the Pokemon Company they knew. Like they were like, okay, this is Giovanni's son.
Oh yeah, you know
but
what?
you didn't know.
How did it start
Then
like
you have
that?
to read. You,
You
had to read
found out
books.
because it was a secret.
Nigga, I ain't read. That's his fault.
That's what I'm saying. I think you had to read to find that out in the game.
No one knew.
No.
They came out when Soul Silver and Heart Gold came out, and then they placed an extra mission in there, and like post game, this is Giovanni's son.
Oh.
And they also had when Generations were explained it too.
Gotcha.
But yeah,
Never
we
knew
don't-
that.
there's
Learn
no
something
way
new every
for-
day.
Yeah.
Tell me something I don't know.
But it makes
What?
sense too because like Team Rocket like they don't have a leader and stuff like that. Like he's pissed off at the world. Like he's just like, oh, I'm just gonna do whatever I want and stuff like that.
So
Like,
what
he
was
came out of
Because in the
nowhere.
world of Pokemon, when you're 10, you can
So
leave
what did,
out
I,
your mom's
what
house.
did I watch then? Because I know
Makes
it
no
says
sense.
something about like it was something about like when you were playing like Ruby, like a Fire Red and Leaf Green, when you come across somebody and he was beefing with Giovanni or it is, and I thought that was it. I'm not saying like you were saying wrong. I'm just saying like they came,
Nah, Fire Red
they had
Leaf
something
Green.
weird going on. With
I know
that.
it was something because
Let me look that up actually.
in
while
that,
you're doing
you found rockets that were on these islands and stuff. I do remember that, but I forget what the story was.
That's when
behind
the
that.
Deoxys was introduced. I'll never forget that shit. I wanted that nigga so bad.
I thought the Axis was introduced in yeah,
Oh no, you're right.
in the meteor thing.
You know what? They was trying to give you Deoxys in that game. I'm sorry. In Leaf Green, you could have got Deoxys if you used your special ticket, went to some island, but which
It should have been on Orange Islands, man. I wanted that to be the Orange Islands so bad.
yeah.
But
But
no, when it comes to when
Well,
it comes to that, every day.
moving on to the next one is, I guess, Emerald. Sapphire,
Yeah, like
and Ruby.
I played the fuck out of Emerald.
That's his favorite.
I played it. No, it's not my favorite, but I played the fuck out of Emerald because I took a hiatus from Pokemon after a while, and I waited till like a year or two after Emerald came out when I finally decided to get it. Yeah, I played the fuck out of Emerald. Starting out with the story, if I believe was right, was that your dad was a gym leader.
Yep.
I think he was the 5th gym leader for his normal types. and shit
That
like
was
that.
that was dope.
It
to
was
me
different.
back in the day.
It was
that was
different.
so dope to me.
Like-
That was 03. I mean, well, it was 06 by the time you played because Emerald came out 04.
Yeah, I remember it came out when
Might have
the
been
Game
like
Boy
honest,
Advance came out.
I probably played it between 05 and 06 era.
Oh, okay. Then that's
So
not
like
true.
it was like a year or so over this past it, but so Emerald, in my opinion, man, I fucking loved it. I really did. It had a lot to do with it. Obviously, people played like the Ruby and Sapphire of it, and they got to fight Team Magma or Team Aqua. Nigga, I got to fight both. Right? Nigga, my Pokemon was the shit. Fucking love Trico. Shout out to my.
Flygon was the shit in that game.
Oh yeah, when you
Flygon.
saw
Flygon was
Flygon,
dope
yep.
as shit.
Wait,
Crazy
isn't
thing is,
that
you
is that
never
the
knew.
game that had Tyranitar?
No,
Tyranitar
was
was
the
in
one
Silver.
before
In
that.
the Silver?
Yeah.
Really?
He was, in the cave where you fight
You know,
Red.
you might be thinking of
Catch 'em.
Megadon or what's the? It starts off as a fucking arm and eye.
Oh, Metagross.
Metagross. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. Yeah, you're right. It did have Metagross in there. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
they honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you.
They had some dope ass Pokemon.
That
They
was
really. That's
that
where
was
I
the
think that's where they
best.
actually sat there and was like, all right, let's make more
Well,
motherfucking
because
Pokemon.
because they had more time. They realized that this wasn't just
It was
a
a more
trend.
powerful system
And-
too, because it was the Game Boy Advance at launch.
And you know what's crazy? You want to know what's funny about Sapphire and fucking Ruby, or at least that gen,
fix your pop filter.
that generation, third generation.
Cool. It's like
All right, it. Can you smell the popcorn?
Georgie. Hey.
Yeah, like one of the things that was funny about Gen 3 is that the creators actually thought it was gonna fail. They was like they worked the hardest. Actually, I think the one of the original creators had passed out doing this. He was having nightmares about it failing. He was like he kept having
all the time.
he kept having nightmares that like it was failing, and he was just like, this is gonna fail, and they weren't gonna release it and all this other crazy stuff, and they decided they were gonna do it. In my opinion, each generation has something. The first one is the generation of it's the first love. It's the first like everything for you, right? The second game is straight like it's longevity. The game had longevity. That's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? This third game, it was the fucking Pokemon. And it took you back to how the first
I also had
game
longevity
was.
in that one too as well.
Oh yeah, it's longevity, but I'm saying like all of it all together, the whole Pokemon is a series has longevity, but it's like the first like the second game was like longevity on the aspect of like the amount of gameplay you could put in. Like in the third game, you could put in some gameplay, but it was never going to be the amount.
Yeah,
of
the
time.
post game wasn't the same as
Yeah,
it was.
it
Like
wasn't
people
the
were like,
same
"Oh, I can go back to the old towns in this one." Like we got
We
greedy.
got excited. We was ready to go back to Johto, and we couldn't.
We got
Yeah.
spoiled.
Cause
Yeah.
but in Hoenn, I'm gonna honestly say like the dope thing about that game. Everybody bitch because I had to swim everywhere and all of the bullshit. Yeah. But it had probably one of the best Pokemon. I
Had
don't
good
care what
music
nobody-
too.
It
Soundtrack.
had,
was
it had
good.
music.
a lot of good Pokemon in that game.
First
Like,
off,
a
what
lot.
game comes on? Everybody
Double
still tries to go
battles?
back.
Double
Double
battle.
Oh
battles.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely
That was the
introduced
first time
during
the
that
animations were actually like they moved in Crystal. They moved in Crystal. They finally let it move, but it was like very slight. And this game, when they came out and like something happened, it would like beep beep, like it would like show you something.
Oh
like,
yeah, they would
were
hop
used to
around or
stand
something.
still.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It ain't like the new
And the
shit.
legendaries was the shit, dude. I mean, like, let's be real. In Pokemon 1, our legendaries were what? Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, Mewtwo, right?
And Mew.
And Mew, if you did the glitch, because you couldn't get them unless you did a glitch. Then in the second one, we had what? All the dog types and
legendary
stuff like
dogs,
that.
yep.
And
And
Celebi,
Lugia.
obviously, Lugia,
never-
Ho-Oh.
Yeah,
Celebi,
they're technically my favorite.
But like,
Gen 2 is my favorite. Legendary.
but like when it comes to legendaries, when it came to like Emerald, you had Reggie Rock, Reggie Ice, Reggie Steel, motherfucking. I think the one Reggie that's all of them or some shit like that. If it is,
you can only get an Emerald.
You only get it. You can get Deoxys, Latios.
Oh yeah, Latios. Yep.
What the fuck else was there? I feel like
Groudon and Kyogre.
yup, Groudon, Kyogre.
Kyogre
Yeah.
actually is
Yo,
one of my favorites.
Yo,
Yeah.
like
It was-
like that shit had hitters when it came to like legends.
Legends,
I mean, don't get me
yeah.
wrong, I'm not knocking any other legends by all
Yeah.
means.
My
but it started off from like having an option of 4 to 5, say from 4 to 5 to like 7 to like all of a sudden
Yo.
like damn near 12. Like it felt like it
Yeah.
was just a lot of fucking
Man,
legendaries.
But you know what?
to
That
rock out
game
with.
ruined it for later because then they just got fucking excited with fucking with fucking legendaries.
Wait, which we'll get into in the next one. But
Yeah.
before I end off on Ruby and Sapphire and stuff, I love secret bases.
Oh yeah, when you can hook up your own
You
spot.
get to make your own spot, you can chill, do little tiles on the
Who
ground,
didn't
run
go
across
over
them
their
and
friend
stuff
house
like
and was like,
that.
look at my secret base. Oh, let me show you my secret base. I got a ho ho
Plushie.
plushie on the side. Everybody like, if you get this Animal Crossing on my face, nigga.
Oh, fucking Rayquaza.
Oh,
Forgot about
you mentioned-
Rayquaza.
Yep.
Bruh, listen.
He was dope.
Oh, and Jirachi.
Yo, dog,
Jirachi was
like
in that
this,
too.
Emerald
yeah.
was not for stupid people. I'm gonna just straight tell you,
It's
it was
true.
it was not
You
for
couldn't
stupid.
have not got
These
them
puzzles
Reggie,
that you
yep.
needed to do to get
Yo.
these fucking legends were not for
Yo,
stupid
In
people.
order,
Yeah.
I
Nigga,
collected all of
bruh,
them.
Braille?
I came to
I had a
school.
friend-
Nigga,
I had a
Braille?
friend
Who
who
the
had to
fuck
tell
thinks
me how to
Braille?
do it.
You had to go, nigga. All right, so obviously for one of the things, you had to sit here and go to where that last gym is, motherfucking dive under. Speaking of which, you could dive.
Hold
You had
on.
to dive. Look for Reggie Steele. Not Reggie Steele.
You're missing.
that
hold on,
fucking-
you're missing a key opponent.
Who the fuck I'm
Hold on,
missing?
You know what you're missing?
Who I'm missing?
You're missing. Your party had to have a certain setup. You needed a
Oh,
Wilmer.
yeah, you
needed a
definitely-
Wilmer in the first.
Yup.
Yep,
And
yep,
you
yep,
needed.
yep.
I forgot who you needed in the back.
Welmer in the
The
back.
Welmer-
Was it like a Relicanth or something?
No, Relic you had to catch.
Yo,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
had to
yeah,
catch.
yeah.
You need a Wilmer in the front. And first off, everybody knew trying to fucking get a Wilmer was
a pain.
hard. It was a pain.
Wilmer
in
was
the
a pain in the ass to
fucking
get,
dick.
and then after you get that nigga, you had to go and get motherfucking
Relicanth.
Relicanth, who was a 5% catch rate, my nigga.
You
5.
never seen that nigga. Yo, you know
Even
how many
I went to
times
all the
I skipped DBZ to play. I skipped DBZ. That was a crucial time because Boo had like this was back when they finally was like you know when DBZ was was tugging your fucking shit like we ain't gonna do it, and then it was just like come on man give me that shit, and it was like all right we're gonna drop the Kid Boo aspect because all we kept getting was a Super Saiyan 3 Goku aspect, and then it stopped. This is during the time when they was finally pushing the Kid Boo shit. Finally, they was getting out of Super Boo and going to Kid Boo. Nigga, I left everything. I stopped I said, fuck Toonami. I'm sitting in my room and I'm getting this Relicanth because I knew I couldn't pay attention. I know I couldn't pay attention.
Like it was just the catch rate was fucking ridiculous. Then all the bullshit it came with. Bro, listen, if y'all niggas gonna look it up, Google what you got to do to get these goddamn
Ruby,
Reggie Steele shit.
Sapphire,
It was a
and
pain in the
Emerald.
ass.
It's one of those things that
Not
I
for
feel
stupid
like
people.
now that we going back and you think about it,
It
that
rivaled.
was a
It
classic
rivaled.
too.
It was a classic.
I'm
Like I
happy
said,
that
I
they
played the
remade
shit out of it. I played it to death.
How do you guys feel about Diamond and Pearl?
I
All
like
right,
that too.
so
I did like that too.
I'm gonna be 110% honest with you guys.
Get out.
All right. As a kid, I was excited because it was on the next gen Nintendo handheld.
Yeah.
All right, that was the most exciting part. On the aspect of holding its weight, I was bored. That was the only Pokemon game I fell asleep on multiple times. Like not falling asleep because I was staying up late. Falling asleep on because I was bored. Like it took me. I was 14 when it came out. I had to go back at the age of 16 and play it. That's when it was Diamond, Pearl.
Wait, was that?
What was the one with the whatchamacallit?
Platinum.
Platinum.
Yep.
Yeah,
Platinum.
Diamond, Pearl. So when Platinum came out, our boy Izzy was playing. Shout out to Izzy.
He made me not want to play that game anymore
and he
because
was-
I'm about to make a big complaint because of him.
And he was playing Platinum. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and play mine. And I think you was playing at the same time too. Me and you
I
was playing at the
was.
same
And
time.
that's why I like
I was
Diamond and Pearl.
playing-
Until
I
I
was-
played that. Played that nigga essentially.
I was playing Diamond, and I was just like, but this is when things was getting out of hand. Like I respected the whole nature thing. The nature thing was kind of cool. They were bringing that in, and
Yeah, there was in it. It was
No,
in
it was
Emerald.
another one.
It was in
That
Emerald.
was in the
It
one
was-
before.
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
It was
in
in.
the
They
one
introduced
before.
like berries and
People didn't really pay
contests,
attention
like
to
that.
it though because we
Oh,
were
yeah.
still
We
in
didn't
this
understand.
mindset. We didn't understand all that stuff.
Yeah,
We had
like
the
by the time I was
access, we
playing,
started dial-up.
when I started playing Diamond, like I think what was annoying was, I'm gonna be honest with you, like the main character looked stale as shit. He liked somebody from like the 1920s, and I just like he bored me. And then like I think the coolest looking character was the girl. Like she had like it was the first time like that. Well, other than Crystal, yeah, I think Crystal and no, in Ruby and Sapphire you could be girls too, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but like this particular was Dawn.
Yeah,
Dawn was
yeah.
in-
You could because your rival would change.
Oh yeah,
either
May,
to May or
May,
Brandon
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. It's
yeah,
Brendan.
Yeah, that wasn't my
so-
nigga name.
But
You
yeah,
could change
like
that name.
Damn
so
right it
so
is.
the thing was is like the dude looked really like boring as shit, and then like you see the girl, I'm like, how come she more hip than this nigga? Like I wanted to have like a character or whatever that was kind of dope, so it was trash. Like so when I was playing as the dude, I don't know, he just looked weird.
So you just didn't like the main character.
I didn't. Well, no, it wasn't that. And some of the Pokemon, for instance, Piplup. I really liked Piplup.
I was gonna say that too. I had a gripe with the starters.
Yeah, the starters were.
They were to me they were lackluster compared to the ones before it.
Oh,
Like,
you're talking about starters?
yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Now I can make my
Go
complaint.
ahead.
He gonna
Wait,
talk.
but make sure
We'll talk
was
about
it
Shigaraki.
wasn't it Piplup, the fire monkey,
Piplup,
and the turtle?
Turtwig, and yeah, the fire.
All right,
yep.
cool. The starters were broken.
Chimchar. Yeah.
The
Yep.
starters were broken.
Yep.
You could be if you were not
Chimchar was the
Tortwig.
best.
No, if you were not Tortwig, you'll get fucking stomped. Tortwig could take out both starters by itself
Oh shit.
because guess
Good.
what? It was
The
grass
other one
and
was
ground.
steel. The other one was a steel wall.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Earthquake,
Oh,
earthquake.
yeah.
It was unbalanced. I think that it was unbalanced,
the
and
one I
that led to
chose.
me
Yep.
not wanting to play no more because Isaiah basically had that fucking final form of him. I can't remember,
I
but
forgot what
something.
Torfaggotry. I was mad. This nigga came out the blue, hit me with an earthquake. I'm like, and obviously, I'm not saying if you trained right, you know, if you trained right, you should be able to make a move over this. But literally, the elements are, I have this element, I should have the advantage. I should not get one-shotted with earthquake. That makes no sense whatsoever as your weakness. And not including that, I also was Piplup final form. Guess what? Same shit happened.
Yep.
Like, it makes no sense.
I didn't like the Pokemon.
It makes no sense.
I didn't like the Pokemon
So
in that game.
I
The
think
Pokemon in that
that
game
one
was
to
like-
me, it's like in a generation of one that I played a lot. Like I played that one a lot. The Pokemon are forgettable.
Oh my god! I'm gonna
I
be honest with
can't,
you.
like,
You know
I
what I
can't-
do remember from them? You know what I do remember from that game was
Frustration?
Yes,
Hostility?
frustration. There was one.
Pain.
Pokemon, there was one Pokemon. I was like, "Why is this here?" It was some bullshit. It was a bullshit ass Pokemon.
Pain.
What was it?
No, that's the next.
Was he Cast Form? Cast Form was in that game.
Castform was in
Emerald.
Ruby and
He was in
Sapphire.
Emerald said no. He was cool.
He was an Emerald Ruby Sapphire, yeah.
What was the
What was
po-
Ghost Tomb?
I'm gonna tell you one I didn't like. I
Was
didn't like the
Ghost Tomb in that
skunk.
one?
The skunk was in that one.
Was
yeah,
Lucario?
yeah, Ghost Tomb. Yep,
Yep.
Lucario was in that one.
Okay.
And good Ghost Tomb. So it was
Ghost
a
Tomb
few
was shit though. I like Ghost
There
Tomb.
was, or I forgot what. What's
Niggas
his
did
name?
not have
Ghost
to work
Tomb?
hard.
I think I feel like we're saying his wrong name.
No, it was Ghost Tomb.
Oh, was
Ghost
it?
Tomb
It was
right.
Ghost Tomb.
Yeah.
He had no weakness. He was lit.
Yeah, but
Ghost Tomb was in Ruby and Sapphire.
No, he wasn't.
no, he wasn't. He was in Diamond and Pearl.
He was in Diamond and Pearl, bro. He was in.
Because I remember it was a burial area just for
Yep,
him.
there you
Yeah,
go.
to
Yep,
get-
and you had the part where you walk into that one area where it was like the dead girl.
Yep,
It
yep.
was like a ghost girl or some shit. It was lit.
Oh, Ghost Bloom, the balloon thing.
No,
No, Driploom was in that one.
Driploom was
He
in that
was
one,
in that one. Yep.
but no, I'm talking about Ghost Tomb. Not a lot of people knew how to get Ghost Tomb. It was like a procedure you had to do to get Ghost Tomb.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
He had like one eye like down. He's like It was like he's like
Oh.
motherfucking like a hunter type of thing. He was like But he was like yeah, he was like
Yeah,
It's
I know
like,
you're talking about.
I just all
Did
right.
he turn
So
into Dusclops?
no,
no,
you're thinking of
Ruby Sapphire, and that was
Duskull.
Duskull. Yeah.
I didn't see
I'll
Ruby and
show you it,
Sapphire.
nigga, because you struggling.
Cause but like he said, 4th gen was fucking.
It was forgettable. To me, it was forgettable.
The only thing I remember are the starters, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like that's when it started.
Oh my bad, you're right. It was Spiritomb, not Ghost
Spiritomb. Okay.
Spiritomb.
Oh yeah.
We were saying it bad. Sorry about that. We ignorant.
Ghost Tomb.
Ghost Tomb, nigga. Same shit, different day.
But moving on to the next one, because we don't want to stay spend too much time on that one. How do you feel about Black and White?
Sucked. I'm dead. Next.
Yeah,
I will say
Chavez
that one
said,
was bad.
Like Chavez said that was his fall off, which was the Diamond and Pearl.
My
fall off was.
I know, but just like my fall off was, just like I said before, it was like that girl.
Actually, no, not Black and White. What's the second? Was it Black and White 2?
No, it was both of them. I think
I kind of was like at that
played
mark.
Black and White in college. So Roll and I, we went to college and we picked up Black and White.
We did.
And to me, we played it for a bit, but it just didn't have that thing.
Luxray was my nigga though.
Luxray was. I thought he was in the one before.
He was in the one before that.
He
That was
was
the
in the
only
one
cool
before that.
Pokemon.
You know
from
what?
the
You're
last
right.
game.
Never mind. Yeah, Diamond Pearl was actually pretty okay. I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide now, actually, because I love motherfucking.
One thing I will say about Diamond and Pearl is that was the one where they had Leafeon and Glaceon. So I think that they did have some cool things. It's just that there's things in it that was forgettable.
Moss Rock or a fucking Ice Rock.
There's some things in it that was just forgettable for me.
Oh,
but
yeah,
like, I think overall, I think it wasn't bad, but it still was like a little bit. Now, Black and White, I hated that one.
I hated it. And you know what annoyed me? You know what annoyed me? Listen, I want you. You have to hear this because it was your fault. I came back. All right, so Black and White, I had came back again. Like the abused ex I am, and I was like, oh, Black and White, like it's gonna be lit. This is new, and because the way they explained, oh, you get this 3D city and all that. I was like, oh, you know what? And then it turned out that it was only if you got a specific one. Lying motherfuckers. So we ended up getting it, I play it, and I'm like, this is poop. So I traded it in. And 2 years or a year later, a year later, my man Trey hit me up. Bro, listen, I know the last one was trash, but I think this is going to be different. And I was like, yo, man, I think you're right.
No questions asked. I think you're right.
And we didn't jump ahead of the curve and go, like, because first off, we should have knew it was a problem when it was a nigga talking to Pokemon and he was like, I'm not capturing them. I'm talking to him. This nigga named N. And he was like, this is a story-based Pokemon. And I was like, nigga, this ain't Digimon. Like, I don't need this. Like, I want to fight my gyms, get to the top, and tell everybody suck my dick. Like, and he was like, yo, I think it's going to be different. And we should have known it was a problem when they couldn't come out with another color. They could have said Pokemon Gray. They could have said, Pokemon, something else, another color. Yeah, and
they was going with the Black and White.
Black and White too.
And
we bought the fucking strategy. I'll never forget it. We bought the fucking strategy guy. We was like, you know what, we're going to be back because they said that they fixed a lot of the problems in the first game. Black and White 2 was an update.
The only thing was it was an update, and all they did was all the grass that you saw, they sprinkled it with some of the old Pokemon. That's all it was. Like, they was just like, hey, we know you like old Pokemon. Let's sprinkle it in some of the grasses and stuff.
That is why
I didn't like it.
Anytime a Pokemon game doesn't change the entire aspect of it, when they do, like, for instance, they fucked up again later on with when they said I'm jumping ahead of the game here, Ultra Moon.
Don't jump to. Don't.
I'm
jump.
just saying.
Right.
Anytime they do that, it's a bad idea.
All right, so going into the next one, because we all agree that we didn't like Black and White.
I can agree with that.
All right, X and Y. For me, Love. X and Y was like a revival, something within me that game was amazing.
Yo, that's how they bring you back in.
They did. The starters look good.
Wait, was that the one where I had the fighting nigga that Swak or some shit like that?
No, wait. You're thinking of Thor and Swak. That was Black and White. The ones who look like Muppets.
Damn, I like those Muppets.
Oh, I hated them.
I love those.
I thought they looked like. I was
like,
really? Like,
no, this
Jim Henson is.
I'm gonna say this for X and Y. I'm gonna say this: the Pokemon were okay, but it was the only game that I could.
I think I stopped. I think after Black and White, I was like, I'm done.
X and Y was really good.
I think I was like, I'm done.
No. I think you did get X. You got one of them because we had just because Alpha Sapphire and Ruby and Omega Ruby was coming out, and we was like, yo, if there is one that you should play that. And he was like, yo, this is actually kind of cool. Like, because that was the first game that was like Pokemon Stadium. Which, why didn't we talk about fucking Pokemon Stadium?
Because we don't have. We're just going through.
Yeah, we can go through. We can go through
the main story real quick.
I mean, you can add that. You can add in Guild of Darkness or it is and shit like that. But that's all.
But they're on silos. Well, they were great in their own because
they were amazing.
They were great on their own. But it's not anything. What?
I don't know about that.
Guild of Darkness wasn't good.
You didn't like Coliseum?
Okay.
Maybe not the conventional way.
It's not my. Yeah, that's the issue. It
'Cause it
wasn't
was
my
linear.
conventional way. No, it was
I
so.
like turning the dark
it was,
Pokemon back into
That was just annoying. Because when I thought of a console Pokemon game, I'm thinking of, oh my god,
You get
handheld
free
to
reign.
this.
He's thinking of a free
Oh.
reign.
But
That
like
game,
you
like,
limit,
can only
limit
catch
my
what you
Pokemon
see.
selection.
Yep.
On top of I can fuck up and
I
never
caught
get
a
a
fucking
chance.
Raikou. I caught a fucking dark Raikou. Just saying.
Okay, everybody caught one, nigga.
Oh,
Like,
oh, that was like the hardest shit. Why would
No, that thing was easy.
Everybody, because everybody killed him.
no,
Like, that's
Entei
by
was the
accident.
hard one for me for some reason, but I got that nigga.
Everybody.
But no,
Suicune
like,
is the most racist Pokemon. Let me just put that out there.
But no, when it came
The only
to
Pokemon that calls you coon.
like, I just fell off of that shit, man. I'm like, and honestly, I don't think like. All right, I'm gonna let you just finish up with this because I have a reason. I have a theory on why.
Wait, go ahead. Say
No,
it.
like-
on why what?
On why like I kind of fell off.
Oh, okay. Well, let me finish
Yeah, so it's
off.
like
Okay,
finish up
that's a
everything.
good-
So I
all
was
right.
just like.
So going to X and Y, Chavez and I, we think that was a good revival for the
shit was
series. Like
beautiful.
we
Great
played it,
music.
you know, great music,
And
great
Esther
Pokemon, and so good,
Oh my god.
so good. You know, it was a nice real
And you
back
had
end.
multiple rivals. Like it was like you were really like a kid that was going it was the dream game for us from the 90s. Like we got to finally like have like that Pokemon Stadium ish type.
I
You
feel
know
like
what
we
mean?
really needed it because Black and White really let us down. So we needed that hey, we made up for that, you know?
Yeah.
But then getting into the next one,
And then Pokemon did
Sun
it
and
again.
Moon,
And then they do it again.
they changed the conventional way of it. And
Yeah.
then like so this I'm feeling the trend. Like Black and White, I didn't really like the starters. I forgot who the starters were in Black and White. It was a snake. It was a snake. It was a no one even remembers. Oh, Oshawott,
Oh wait, the otter nigga, right? I did
Yeah.
fuck with the otter nigga though. I ain't
Him,
gonna front. Otter nigga was tough.
the snake, and who was the fire? The fire was a pig.
Fire pig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like no one likes these dudes.
When
like,
are they going to do a Fire Lion? Just let it happen.
Look, as
I think
long as
they
they
did,
don't turn it.
but not as a starter.
There's no lion.
There is a lion.
Later
Well,
in
it's
the roads.
technically it's a cat. It's the newest one in Sun and Moon. He turns into the wrestler. He might be in Smash Brothers too.
I don't like lit. I don't like lit kit. Look,
Like kid,
That kid lit.
Litten.
Litton. I don't like that nigga. Like he wasn't cool. Like I never forget. Trey was like, I'm picking the fucking cat. That motherfucker.
I thought he was going to evolve into something. So I'm not a fan of. His name's Incineroar. People love him too, but I don't like. And they're saying that he's leaked for Smash and he might be in Smash Brothers. I'm not a fan of him. Like coming off of X and Y, where you got.
Greninja fan.
Me too. I had Greninja. Where you got Greninja, you got like the Fox Mage. Like it was completely
Which,
different.
by the way, I do respect the trend of trying to give the girls like a girly Pokemon or whatever. But like that mage should have had like two different forms. Like I think that fox would have been
Dress.
That dress fucked everything up for me. Like it was just like I'm not going to be rocking around with you like as a dude. Like you know what I mean?
As
like,
a dude.
like because it was a boy.
You know that was a game where we were paying heavy attention to the leaks of who was going to be the third forms,
Because we
and
really
everyone was just
wanted
like,
it,
"Yo,
like,
we
'cause-
want to get like." Once I seen Greninja, I said I was picking Froakie anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, like to wrap it up, X and Y was good. Sun and Moon, for them to strip away the traditional bad system and trying new things. The Alone forms is cool. I will say that. Like I did,
But that was the only homage that they paid to us. Everything else was bullshit.
yeah.
Everything
didn't
else
really,
was bullshit.
You
Like
gotta fight the Yokohuno.
yeah,
the Kahuna.
Oh, you got to fight the Huna. Like I don't care about all that.
You
shit.
think training your Pokemon by fighting is the way to go? No, you must do the trial.
Yeah, and the
The
trial, and the
trial,
trial was
nigga.
the same. The trial was the same all the time. Oh, I'm running around. Oh, find me. Oh, guess what? I'm showing up and I'm angrier than the other ones.
I couldn't even finish it. That was the first Pokemon game that besides Black and White. No, I finished Black and White.
I finished Black and White as well.
I did
but
finish it.
I was like, I just couldn't give it.
The only thing
extra.
that I did like about Black and White is you could fight the gym leaders in
The
whatever
coolest
order
Pokemon.
you
There
want.
is one Pokemon from Black and White that does exist in my world. It was that owl looking nigga.
Well, no, he was the cool one, but
He was the
everyone
only
knew
one.
he was the cool one. Everyone knew he was the cool one because he went through the stages of puberty, where it was like, hey, like I'm the big head, like I got a big head, I got big eyes. Then he went into the emo teenager state, and then like technically the lore is, he's happy, he's little, he got a big head. Then he's emo, and then he kills himself. That's why he's a ghost type.
That is fucked
Nigga,
up.
I'm sorry. Do you, Trey? Do you watch conspiracy theories on Pokemon in your free time? Because I feel like there's no way that niggas.
That is like the conspiracy theory
Well, yeah.
that Clefairy is
Is a Gengar, yeah. No, some of them are interesting, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not saying they're not interested, nigga. I'm just saying you do this shit in your spare time.
I watch a lot of YouTube.
Nigga, I'm about to start watching this shit. It's Halloween anyway, damn near. So fuck it. I'm about to start
Trust
watching
me,
this
man,
shit.
it's some
Travel
crazy thing,
Channel,
but
watch all the scary places.
but yeah, so
That's my shit.
you know, to wrap that all up, that's how Pokemon aged. Going to Roland's point because I know he wanted to say why he fell off. So why'd you fall off?
I don't think it's for us no more.
Mm.
That's just what it is. I mean,
You
when
know-
we were playing and when we were younger, it was our
Pokemon
first
Go.
introduction to
Pokemon-
everything.
Pokemon Go introduced that to us. When you said it wasn't for us, I think that's when it hurt my feelings. Like Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go was like when I realized it wasn't for us no more.
Like, it's sad to say it is, but like, you know, obviously because it started with us, but at the same time that it's even in the anime, it's based off a kid. You know,
I feel like these kids don't respect that.
But
shit,
I'm not.
though.
It's not that they don't respect it or not. It's just how it is. Like I'm not talking about the kids respecting it and how they should shape it to us or whatever it is. It's like it's just how it is. Like in my opinion, it was. You know what? You guys are young. You're watching this because you're young. This is what you're used to. You want friends. You want all this. This is what your life may pertain to. And Pokemon bonded everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
But now because we're older, we don't have that. We don't have that time frame. We don't have that same mindset.
We don't have the same attachment,
and
yeah.
obviously, when it comes to people always orchestrating change is inevitable, and not a lot of people can accept change in their life regardless. And that's just in general. Not a lot of people can get to it. So because it wasn't just the standard old-fashioned, you know, this wasn't the Pokemon I played when I was younger, and it's constantly adding new stuff to the point where it started doing like mega evolutions and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think once it hit that time where it's just like the story wasn't as fruitful as it was, because how many times can you relate the story? You're a kid, you're trying to change the world, save the world because niggas fucking evil. Okay, there's only times you can keep doing that.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't really meant for us anymore. It's meant for the newer generation children to go and have something that
Their
they
own
can
adventures.
they can tap
Their
onto
own
while
beginning.
we kind of like reminisce about
Pass
the good
it
old
off,
days.
yep. So that's why
We
I think,
became Professor Oak, my niggas.
So that's why I think Nintendo. So one thing that Nintendo's really good at is they know that us like 80s and 90s kids,
We're the ones who paying for this shit.
well, they know that, and that's why, you know, when they make these remakes and stuff, they know what to target, they know what to improve. Like this new,
That's
like
why
Let's
this
Go
new game-
Pikachu and stuff. They dedicate that stuff to us. Like,
Which
yes,
I'm a little
it's for the
pissed
new
about.
kids. Yeah, it's for the new kids too. But they're like, hey, we didn't forget about you.
I'm coming back. I mean, like I'm saying, like I relive this every time. I'm getting Let's Go.
Oh, I'm getting Let's Go
Eevee,
too. Yeah, that's like.
And the thing is like, I'm going to play it, but where I'm. Well, back to what Roland was saying, where like where it lost in it, you were saying like it's not for us. I realized that same feeling during Pokemon Go. And Pokemon Go came out, and we were all out and we were doing stuff, and it brought us all together for that one last time. And you just knew it was dead. Like you knew this was like, hey guys, I'm finally leaving. It's over. And I think that was the biggest heartbreak because we tried to hold on and go grab Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Or no, Sun and Moon came out before it, right?
Sun and Moon? Yeah. Nah, yeah. No, Sun and Moon, no, it came afterwards, right? Isn't that the one with
2016?
I think it might have came afterwards.
It
yeah,
came
I think it
afterwards.
came
So, like,
afterwards.
So Sun and Moon came out, and that was
We're ignorant.
We
don't know.
We were hyped, and we
I
were
didn't follow
like,
them.
oh my god, like I'm just gonna go ahead and get it because they're trying to bring back Aloans and all this other stuff. Like, well, they're bringing the Alolan forms, and it's the same as our Pokemon, but it's like an opposite form, which I thought was going to
That's how
become
they
the
get
trend.
us.
And we came back, and it was just like, yeah, this is nice, but like, this ain't it. And,
It's either-
and that hurt. That hurt. That was like that, you know. So then I guess they was like, damn, we did kind of play the shit out of them by giving them that trash ass second one and all that. Let's give them Let's Go. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that Let's Go is going to hurt my feelings again. I think that it's going to be one of those things. I think it's going to be the next one.
It's already
After this.
already like confirmed that it's basically gonna, you know, jab us there. So what they're doing is they're trying to make all the people and the kids nowadays relive what we were doing, but in a different way.
Yeah, it was-
So like, you know, when we were growing
should've
up,
been optional.
hold up. When we were growing up, you know, we had a mean ass rival. We had Gary. Now the rival isn't a dick. He's a nice guy. He's a little timid. He's shy. Like I'm like, that's not Gary.
That's why these kids are soft.
So it's not.
Yeah, because of Pokemon.
It's not like it's not like a remake. It's more of a reimagining of what we grew up with for these kids. But at the same token, I'm like, I'm gonna get it because I want to relive it in that. I
want to see what it would look like now.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only reason.
And then that's where they get us at. You know.
I'm gonna say this though. It's maybe a reimagining. Yes, you can like do like the whole I'm gonna throw my joint like the Pokemon Go thing. Yo, give me the option to throw the Pokeball with A. Like I don't want to like.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. I don't think it's gonna be just.
Or give you the option to battle Pokemon instead of just having to fight trainers. But
I don't think that's gonna happen.
But yeah,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
And so that's why, kids, you either do what I do. You either leave the game or the game leaves you. Whichever one you want to go with.
That's true.
Like you leave. Like eventually, it's only two options. You leave the game or the game leaves you, my G.
That's it, bro. Thing.
See, that's the one reason why I will say that I love.
That's why I respect Digimon for that, because they know that it's us and they know that we've grown up and they know that they're still trying to like target different things, but they give us that darker. They give us that darker game. Like they're like, hey, here's Digimon's story, Cyber Sleuth. Here's Digimon's story, Hacker's Memory. You know what I'm saying? We got the next one come out, Digimon Survive. Like that's for us because they're like, yo, it's growth. You grown.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
All right, well. With the ending of that, like, I still think, personally that the Pokemon Company, they do, Nintendo in general, they have us 80s and 90s kids involved. Like, they think about us.
And robbing us since
But
Blockbuster.
I think where their problem is that they try to blend the two communities of the new kids and us. And they shouldn't, because you shortchange both of us. Like, not so much the kids because they're like, oh, we like this. It's different. Yeah. It's new. But, for us older fans, like, we're just like, what the fuck? But, they're not stupid, so. But, anyway, that's going to be our episode.
Yo, shit, that was a tough one, what you said.
That was us
either
just...
you leave the game or the game leaves you. That shit... I might have to go home and cry. Like, that shit, because, like, it's like Pokemon really broke up with me. Like, that was like, that's how I felt. Like, damn. I'm gonna go home and cry, yo.
My bad, bro.
It's true. It's only so much that you can do. And,
like,
there are people, though.
That's when I knew it was over.
Yeah. There are people, well, see, that's the thing. A lot of millennials, like, we all played Pokemon Go, but it didn't last, like, past a month or two. Like, we all knew, like, we all abandoned that. Everybody.
We all got together, drunk beer, and was like, hey, guys, we're all leaving. Some people fucked, and then we all left.
Fact. Don't question us. Fact.
That was a nice trip through memory lane with Pokemon, and how we perceive it, going through the years and everything like
it's
that.
Y'all's now, kids. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, it is y'all. Like, I mean, we're still gonna look like oversee it. Yeah, we're still gonna oversee. Yeah, don't mess it up. Like, y'all got Yokai Watch too. Like, they don't really got Digimon, so their Pokemon, like their Digimon Pokemon thing is Pokemon and Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch.
I'm just saying.
Right.
But anyway, we go.
No, that's a separate thing.
Yeah. Chavez is the tangent king, man. But with that being said, we are the R&R podcast, and see, look at him.
Mad, I'm getting mad because you said it.
All right. But that's R&R podcast, and see you.
What?
Alright. I'm dead.
What the fuck was that?
See? You got it.
All right. See you guys.